Good morning, good morning. How are you today? Good morning, good morning. Early bird get the fattest worm. Good morning, good morning. Happy Thursday. Good morning, good morning. Back with the content. So guys, I told you guys when I have some time, I will forward out and say, hey guys, content time. How you doing? What's happening? Okay, guys? Um, Now this is a topic where it should be. Should have spoken about it, but I haven't, and all of those things. So at the end of the day, when you really think about it, I gotta really speak on this topic quite so. Joshua, good morning. How are you? Nice to see you, my brother. Big up your nice clean self and all of that. Okay. So now I want to talk about this content that I was supposed to be speaking about quite a while back, but I did not. So this is actually the counselor, a black counselor, and the black counselor was in problem for a while. Yes, sexual assault and everything, but the case is now over. So like I said, I'm going to come and speak about it and talk about some other things quick and fast. All right. So this sexual assault, no problem, Joshua. So this is a sexual assault in regards of Michael Thompson, a counselor. This man fought hard. This case was from in 2022, further back, but the trial just wrapped up and the trial just came to a halt. That he got his verdict of not guilty. In the past, he claims that this sexual assault was a witch hunt and all of those things, but yet still it came to a pass that this man is not guilty. So fast forward all the way back in the past in Muskoka Cottage in Canada, Ontario, weekend in 2022. So this is when the case happened in 2022, but the trial been going on and the verdict has a land yesterday sometime. So I'm going to be out here like, guys, come on over, come on here, come. I got story and news for you guys, okay? So give me a second. All right, so let's get into the content quick and fast. So like I said, this happened all the way in 2022, all right? So basically, the two sides presented their closing arguments in judge alone trial. This was a judge alone trial in Bradford, Ontario, where Thompson is facing two charges of sexual assault for alleged incident involving two women at the Muskoka Cottage over Canada Day weekend in 2022. One woman previously testified that Thompson touched her inappropriately while applying sunscreen, while the other said he forced himself on her in the middle of the night. Thompson pleaded not guilty to both charges. We get to understand that in Thompson's defense, Thompson claimed that it was one of the lady forced herself on him. Okay, so we're going to get into the story quick and fast. All right. So, sexual assault trial of Toronto Councillor Michael Thompson resumed for his final day of closing arguments with both of his lawyers and the Crown attorney, prosecuting him, accusing each other of presenting false agenda-driven narratives about a cottage trip involving the former deputy mayor and multiple women. Remember, this is a deputy mayor, people, a councillor at it. Because, first you're a councillor, then he's a deputy mayor. This man has a big-ass job in Canada, okay? The two sides present their closing arguments in the judge alone trial in court in Bradford, Ontario, where Thompson is facing two charges of sexual assault for alleged incident involving two women at a Muskoka Cottage over Canada Day weekend in 2022. One woman was previously testified that Thompson touched her inappropriately while applying sunscreen, while the other said he forced himself on her in the middle of the night. Thompson has pleaded not guilty to both charges. Thompson lawyer Shamish argued in her closing statement that the Crown witnesses, the two complainants, and a third woman present a cottage that weekend were not credible or consistent in what they told the court and the police. So let's get into it. Defense lawyer argues women conspired to make up allegation. All right. All of that. So the Crown says that the argument was inconsistent, right? They claim that this never happened. These people were just looking out for a bag of money. Remember, this man was running for another seat, okay? And remember, like I said, he's a deputy mayor. So you know the mayor, then the deputy mayor. The man had a big job. Not only that, when they wanted to stop carding, and when the black community was shouting, stop the carding, stop the carding, this man was out here saying basically, stop the carding, stop the carding. So not only that he had power, he remembered a little bit about the black community, because I'm assuming, although he's a councillor and a deputy mayor, I believe he got harassed or he maybe got pulled over multiple times as a black man, whether he's a councillor, deputy mayor, in his past, right? All of those things. This story is bizarre. This story is disturbing. Like I told you guys, this happened in Muskoka. All right. And they claim say it was a assault trip in Muskoka in 2022. They claim say in the night, the woman claims say in the middle of the night he forced himself on her and all of these kind of things. And let me just get into it. So he said in the complaint he has spent as much of the day touching him and flirting with him, right? That I have to come out my live and come back in because somebody was trying to call me. Yeah, I know. My phone started to ring around this time, to be honest. Give me a second, guys. Yes, that's why you see sometimes I'm up so early, because as soon as daylight start, the phone start ring, business, work, everything start, people. So, I'm on the go as always. But nevertheless, let's get into it some more. So apparently, he said the complainant had spent much of the day touching him and flirting with him. And one point suggested they get together when the other woman at the cottage that weekend. The other complainant and a witness in the trial went to bed. Thompson said Thursday he went to bed early but was woken by a second complainant around 3 a.m. He alleged she was fully naked and asked him to have a drink in the kitchen. He said he followed her out and sipped tequila with her before following her down to the basement room where she performed oral on him. So big deputy mayor, big councillor, out on Canada Day weekend having oral sex with these kind of woman. See how black man more time don't learn? You see how black men at times don't even know. So you're the deputy mayor, councillor. You should be careful the games that you play out here. Basically Russian roulette with your job. Basically playing Russian roulette with your color. Because nowadays, majority of the time, black men always end up in sexual assault. And no matter more time how you plead, you're not guilty. No matter sometimes how the evidence say it's not you, sometimes you end up down that road. So it's troubling and disturbing for me, but what can I say? Anyways, so he followed her down in the basement. He end up having some oral, you know what. Anyways, kiss me teeth and pass. I am going to suggest that what actually happened early hours of the morning is entirely different than what you have described. Newhouse said, suggesting he was already awake and not woken by the complainant. Okay? Or the complainant. I'm going to suggest that you actually went looking for the woman in the middle of the night, Newhouse said. Michael Thompson replied, no. I'm going to suggest the woman you found was the second complainant. She said, no, he responded. Okay. I'm going to suggest you took her to the basement. He said, no. By the time you got to the room, you were all over her physically, and she told you no. No, that was never said. I'm going to suggest it was multiple times by her to you. Absolutely not. That was never done. So I'm just reading some of these, the transcript that, all of the questions that happen in the court and stuff like that. All right. So like I said, early morning, remember they went to the cottage. It was Canada Day long weekend. They went to the cottage in 2022. This trial been happening for a while. It's over 3 years now. This trial was supposed to go to court. This trial was supposed to basically be done for. This trial was done yesterday. Verdict came down. The man is not guilty. All right. Now let's get into it some more. The complainant said that Thompson woken her up in the middle of the night and took her to downstairs bedroom. Once here, she said he was definitely trying to engage in something sexual while standing close to her and touching her. The complainant said that she told Thompson, I don't want this. She said she laid down on the bed and still feeling the effect of the alcohol from earlier in the day, and which point Thompson put his penis around her face and mouth and later ejaculated on her face and chest area. Murder. Do you hear this? So even Deputy Mayor out here ejaculate on people's face allegedly. Could you imagine? You believe that story? Anyhow, let's continue. He told the courtroom repeatedly she had not wanted sexual contact with Thompson, but felt he couldn't do anything. I felt trapped, she said at the time. Okay? Thompson said Thursday the woman put his penis in her mouth herself and she appeared sober. Father God, I'm not laughing because sexual assault is never okay. When a woman is drunk, black men, black boys, black men, men overall, men in general, women, if you like women, they cannot give consent. Be mindful. And women, stop drinking so much till you end up in drunken stupor so you can't remember what transpired, remember what is going on, remember anything so you cannot come up in court not credible. Why are we out here drinking so much that we don't even know ourselves? Why are we out here drinking so much till people will take advantage of us and we don't remember what happened? We don't remember our role in the sexual affair or sexual situation. Let's continue. Both complaints and the third woman was at the cottage that weekend and is a witness in the trial have previously testified Thompson plied them with alcohol over the weekend, and the second complainant was very drunk when Thompson allegedly forced himself on her. The witness identified is also protected by publication ban. Thompson repeated Thursday that he only poured one drink for another person that weekend. Are you supposed to be out here pouring women drink in these kind of serious time anyway? As men, are you still out here pouring drinks for women in this kind of sexual time where men go down nowadays days in sexual assault? Are we really out here doing these kind of things? Huh? Women and men, are we really out here drinking so much? And are we really out here taking drinks from men? And men, are you really out here still pouring drinks for women in these time? You better stop right now. If you're one of those men that are out here pouring drinks for women, stop it right now. If you're one of those men that you feel like a woman can kiss on you and do anal this and anal that and all of this nastiness that you guys are out here playing in the bedroom and all of these oral this and oral that, then you guys are gonna be mindful the way how you drink and fall in a drinking stupor and don't remember what take place or taking place that day, that minute, that second, that hour. We're gonna be mindful. So let me ask you big people again. Are you out here drunk like a skunk as a woman? Let me ask you men again. Are you out here in these time where black men are going down and men is going down in sexual assault? You're still out here with women drunk like skunk in your presence and not sending them home on a cab? Be mindful out here. Be mindful out here, women and men. Be mindful out here, women and men. So I had to come and shout out this story. Okay? So like I said, it happened in Muskoka. This is the deputy mayor, the black man. He was a councillor, fought for almost 3 years. Now they found this man not guilty. Okay, they claim said those three ladies cook up the story. Mr. Thompson claimed that these people were businesswomen, and because they never got a business deal, a great business, a fixer-upper on the business, they came out and tell lies. Do you believe that? You believe that this man sexual assault these women? Do you believe that these things happen? Well, the court says nah, nada. The judge says it never happened, and it's a one trial by a trial, a judge, one judge only, and it came out not guilty, not guilty, not guilty. So, is there going to be a stigma over this man head? I am not sure. Will there be a stigma over this counselor head? I don't. And then you know the funniest thing? When this sexual assault came when this man was running to continue his job, when he was running to be a counselor still, this case came about saying that he sexual assault these women. Like I always tell you, every time these men, a black man, find himself in some good great power, he find himself around these kind of situation. And then most of the time, when people don't get their way, they're coming for your job. Didn't I not tell you that? They're coming for your job most of the time when they don't get their way. So anyways, guys, let's get on to it. Like I said, the Michael Thompson case, and the case is over. Yeah, the case is over. So they found this man not guilty. Say what now? They found him not guilty of the rape charges. Okay? Of the rape charges right now from 2022. The rape charges is over of the charge, sexual assault. Judge found it that it's not true and all of those things. All right? Okay? So let's unpack this for a little bit more. Give me a second. I had to mute you guys. Okay?
We have breaking news. Toronto City Councillor Michael Thompson has been acquitted in his sexual assault trial. Thompson was found not guilty on both counts of sexual assaults. The judge delivered the verdict today, saying he wasn't satisfied beyond a reasonable doubt. The longtime politician was accused of sexually assaulting 2 women at a cottage in Muskoka over the Canada Day long weekend in 2022. Thompson denied the allegations and told the court he never did anything inappropriate.
So do you believe that this man was really not guilty? Do you guys believe that he did take advantage of these women and all of that? Let's get some more information about this case. Quick and fast, all right?
Following an 11-month trial, Scarborough Councillor Michael Thompson has been found not guilty of 2 counts of sexual assault. Before leaving the courthouse, Thompson made stunning allegations, insinuating he was set up, and his criminal charges were the result of something politically motivated.
Yep.
Sexual assault is wrong. Sexual assault.
Because he's the one who beat the police chief and beat the other mayor that had to resign because in around COVID time, the mayor, remember he's a deputy mayor. So the regular mayor was out here in COVID time telling families, stay away from your loved ones. Stay away from everybody. Don't visit your old parents. Don't do this. Stay home. Stay inside. But he was out here having an affair with a younger person in his office. Okay? Then you had him, the deputy mayor, beside the real mayor. Then you had Mr. Thompson was running in Scarborough again to resume his seats. Right when he was running for politics. Because remember, he was a MP first. Okay, and then a deputy mayor. All right? This man has a big prominent job as a black man. Okay? After when he was running, there goes the sexual assault. You raped me, you sexual assault me at the college. You gave me lots of drink. You came on to me. You this, you that, you that. This man been fighting 3 years. Remember, he would be out of a job with a criminal record in his old days as sexual assault. Can't a black man go down? Can't a black man retire gracefully without anything? Can't a black man die nowadays days gracefully without anything on their name? I guess not. Let's unpack the story quick and fast.
Happens. I did not sexually assault anyone. And I think it's really important to understand that there are forces, and I'm aware as to who they are, have created this condition and situation where I've had to go through almost 3 years of hell.
3 years of hell.
The decision to acquit was made by Justice Philip John Brissett, who ruled the Crown failed to prove beyond a reasonable doubt Thompson sexually assaulted either of the complainants during a Canada Day long weekend getaway 3 years ago, when the younger women said Thompson took advantage of them sexually. The judge said Thompson was a fairly reliable and relatively credible witness with some concerns, alluding to Thompson's tendency to not answer questions directly. I believe Thompson's firm and clear denial of the accusations, said Justice Brissett, on the first count of sexual assault, relating to allegations he touched one of the women on her breasts and backside while applying sunscreen to her body while on the dock. The judge noted none of the women witnessed the alleged...
So if you're rubbing on the sunscreen, how do you rub on the sunscreen? So why did she make him put on the sunscreen? Out of everybody else was on the cottage. Remember, it was 3 of them. So why she never asked the other woman, can you put on my sunscreen first? Can you please put on my sunscreen? Whoever applies sunscreen to themselves by themselves? A lot of people. So I don't know exactly what you guys were doing allegedly. Okay? So you make him apply the sunscreen, and when he rub your thigh too hard, rub up almost at the end of your backside there, he touch you. So I ask men nowadays days, make ladies put on their own sunscreen. Let ladies pour their own drink. And when they drink like a skunk, you put them on the cab by see ya. Don't want to be ya, to be honest. Because if you don't, you have a rude awakening to go down to tell R. Kelly, to tell everybody else, move over please and thanks. Although you're not in America. Okay? Let's continue.
school touching. The second complainant said she was blackout drunk when Thompson woke her up in the middle of the night, took her to his room, and forced her to perform a sex act. Justice Brissett described how the woman's intoxication appeared to affect her memory. His lawyer, Leora Shamish, described the accusations made by the women as a witch hunt. Justice Brissett said he found it hard to believe Thompson did not see any of the women intoxicated, questioning Thompson's testimony when he said he had no desire to engage in sexual activity that weekend, calling his actions inconsistent with his testimony. Brissett concluding, however, quote, "There are too many..."
And what is so troubling and disturbing? Why are you the deputy mayor, this man, this big man, this important man of the black community from Scarborough? Why are you going to a cottage with 3 women anyway with all of that drinking? So you know what? You skip a web of witch hunt. God Almighty, God was on your side this time. Your mama, wherever she is, must be praying for you, because what the hell are you doing at a cottage? You won. And 3 other women. You see what you got? You see what you got? 3 years worth of nightmare? You see what you got? Next time, I bet you won't do it again. You never had no witness. The only witness was you only in the house. Look at ya. Black men. These are the things that I'm talking about. You're not too invisible to the law. Remember, judge, remember, courthouse and prison and jailhouse is not made for dog. Remember good. So we got to be mindful out here, well, as women, as men as well. So in these time, men, are you still going to cottages with ladies by yourself? Men, in this kind of time where you go down in sexual assault, you're still out here hanging out with women drunk like skunks and not putting them on a cab and making them go home? You don't even need to drop them home. You need to put them on a cab. Bye. When they get home, you need to call. Did you reach home? Yeah? You need to even call the company, the cab company. Did they reach home safe? Bye. One of those. When a woman is drunk, she can't give consent no matter how she rubs up on you. No matter how she comes and give you oral sex, she cannot give consent when a woman is drunk. So when a woman is drunk, big or old men, young or old men, or older men, send them home on a cab. Send them home on a cab. And are you right now as a man pouring out drink for women in these times? And ladies, in these times, you're still getting drunk like a drunken stupor, like a drunken skunk, and expect nothing to happen to you? So just remember, when you're drunk, you're off your guard. When you make people pour your drink, you don't know what they put in it. When you drink too much, you're off your guard. Anything can happen. You cannot defend yourself. Ladies, act ladylike when you go outside. The only time you drink like a shithead is when you're in your house, in the safety of your house when nobody's around. You want to drink and pass out on the floor. You want to drink and have a hangover over the toilet. Knock yourself out. But now out here nowadays is in the public when there's so much people out here, so much predators, so much people out here want a piece of fresh meat. We got to be mindful. Look how you guys almost mash up the Councillor life. And Councillor, look how you almost mash up your life, your education, what you work for in one oral sex. In one weekend. Look at ya. Shame on ya. Although they found you not guilty. To be honest.
Significant reliability concerns from the complainant required to convict Thompson. Thompson said he invited the guests over for a relaxing weekend and did nothing wrong, crying on the witness stand as he defended his reputation.
People who make these claims and allegations, which are not true, but as I understand, there are no consequences associated with it. I think we have to review how those things occur and what action should be taken against people who falsely accuse people of sexual assault and so on. Having had this experience,
Thompson wouldn't say whether this decision will have any effect on his future in politics, including whether he'll run next year. Mike Arsledy, CTV News, Midland.
Are you a Canadian senior who does?
So when he was running for councillor, again, remember he's a deputy mayor, they hit him with that sexual assault. He is one of those, he is from Scarborough. So anybody from Scarborough, you guys outcome to know that you guys councillor beat the charges. So would people still be looking down on him, through their glasses down on their nose and be like, I don't believe you, although the court released you? Can this man go back and sue for pain and suffering? I am not sure. All of these kind of things, people. All right? All of these kind of story, people have to be like, oh my, wow, 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 wee, wow, 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 wow. All right? So these are the things that are happening right now, and I had to come and shout and said, guys, really and truly? Really and truly? Anyways, from there, guys, I think I sum up all of that, and I don't even really want to talk about it anymore and stuff like that. Remember that case that Cardi B had the other day where a security guard who's supposed to protect and serve end up being the aggressor, they claim, and end up suing Cardi B for spotting on her and slapping her and all of those things. Well, they found Cardi B not guilty. So we're gonna get into that another time. But let's get to Judge Toss's 2 murder charges for Louis G. Okay, let's get into it anyway. Let's get into it for a second, and then I'm gonna wrap up this live sooner or later because I gotta run.
We have breaking news. A judge has dismissed terrorism charges against the suspect in the United Healthcare CEO murder case. That suspect appeared in a Manhattan courtroom for the first time in months.
Remember the CEO they claimed that a lot of people had health problem, and every time they submit their claim, most of their claim have been denied. Remember this guy was a sick guy, and he ended up killing the CEO. Remember the story, guys? Unpacking right now. Don't get distracted. Well, the judge dropped 2 of the charges. Oh my. Wow. When you're privileged, you're privileged. Wow. Some of the charges are dropped. So let's get into it quick and fast.
Where the judge dismissed 2 counts of murder as a crime of terrorism, but the rest of the indictment remains, including second-degree murder charges, and that suspect has pleaded not guilty. Let's bring in ABC Chief Investigative Correspondent Aaron Katursky, who was inside the courtroom, and ABC legal contributor Brian Buckmeyer for more analysis. Aaron, what's the latest here?
Luigi Mangione came and went from a quick hearing here at court, and the judge from the bench issued a ruling dismissing charges of murder as a crime of terrorism. Judge Gregory Caro said, Diane, that the prosecutors presented sufficient evidence that the defendant murdered United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson in a premeditated and calculated execution. But the judge said that does not mean the defendant did so with terroristic intent. So Luigi Mangione is still going to face second-degree murder charges that could get him life in prison, but the judge did not find that there was an enhancement of terrorism that was warranted here because he said the evidence just didn't support it. Prosecutors with a...
We're not going to drag it out, man. If you're interested and remember the situation, knock yourself out, go and look it up. I just give you guys piece and bitses, because at times we just have to really kiss my teeth and pass. Now, guys, I don't know. As you guys know, that there a guy got murdered the other day. I don't want to say that much because a lot of people are getting censors because of it. That Kirk guy got murdered the other day. The Kirk guy had a lot of things to say that it's beyond me. He had a lot to say. One second. Let me just get into this for a second. 1 second, guys. All right. Okay. All right. So you guys know that there was a murder at a campus a couple days ago. My thing is, if people out here preaching about different culture, hate, and all of that, why are they putting this man at a campus where student is supposed to be learning, supposed to have an open mind, going to be dealing with this kind of culture nowadays days? Why would you have somebody almost like a Donald Trump out here preaching those things at a university? Remember, that man had so much things to say. The Charlie Kirk guy, so much thing to say about the black community, so much things. 1 second, man. Hold on. This is what Kirk Charlie had to say about Martin Luther King. Give me a second, man. So some people's allowed to come out here and preach nonsense and don't get bandaged, don't get banned. But Kanye West come out and tell the truth about other ethnic background. He's crazy. He's a crazy nutcase. But this man who come out here and say all kind of ridiculous stuff out of his mouth and racist stuff out of his mouth, he's a hero? Make that make sense for me now. Hey, what kind of world we're living in? So I'm going to shout again. When you're white, you're right. When you're brown, you stick around. And when you're black, you stay back. Because remember, says the brown people, them running this whole land nowadays days. Them take over every earth, everything as you can see. Not only that, in people workplace getting rid of other people except them. So when that saying was formed, when you're white, you stick around. When you're white, you're right, you're bright. When you're brown, you stick around. When you're black, you stay back. Seriously. Okay? And that's not my slang. I only say it nowadays days when I feel like to say it. Okay? So listen to what this man had to say about Martin Luther King. Quick and fast. Okay? I'm going to give you guys just a short. All right? Let's see if I could find it.
Where MLK, in my personal opinion and based on every objective analysis, he actually gave us more race focus and less emphasis on character and conduct. Because here we are 60 years later. Do we talk about race less or more in the last couple of decades? I'm not only blaming MLK for this, but his core driving philosophy was not about a colorblind society. That is a line in one of his speeches. He would actually be closer to a race Marxist, almost akin to a DEI type philosopher if you go deep into his writings, especially later in his life. So, and I think we as conservatives and Christians must reconsider some of the mythologies and some of the icons and the symbols that we hold up, especially as we try to reorient ourselves in a broken culture. Where MLK...
How old was he and me when Martin Luther King and anybody else was around? Was he around? Or he heard all of those rhetoric from books, those rhetoric from the left wing and all of these people that believe like him, and he hear all of the rhetoric maybe from his parents. Was he around when this man was around? When you're going to talk about, okay, look at lots of these statues that they have even in America, and those people were slave owners, weren't even supposed to be up. But they get a pass. I don't hear him talking about it. I'm not hearing him talking about the Jim Crow law. I'm not hearing him talking about anything that afflicted, wounds, hurt, pain on the black community. But he's talking about one of the people them that we look up to. And this is supposed to be the hero. This is what the man had to say about, 1 second. One second. Let me see if this comes up. 1 second. They claim so. He said that he came out and said Obama was the first gay president. Okay, let's get into it.
So growing up in Chicago, I would hear from lots of people, hey, you know Obama's gay, right? You know Obama's gay. And I was like, come on, that's not true. The media's not covering it. The more I started to look around, people I really trust said, Charlie, Obama's part of that club in Chicago, and he has sex with men. And I was like, oh, whatever. And then all of a sudden, it started to grow more and grow more. And now, after all these years, the question is, was Obama the first ever gay president?
I just started rubbing my hand along his thigh to see where it was going, and it went the direction I had intended it to go.
Even though you had sex with him twice, you did cocaine with him, watched him smoke crack twice.
It definitely wasn't Barack's first time, and I would almost be willing to bet you it wasn't Islam.
Just wait until the media comes out and they say, it doesn't matter. What has he been hiding this entire time? Is his marriage a sham?
Not only that, he had many more things to say about the black community. He's, okay, give him that pass. He's not alone. He's not the only one that says that Obama is gay. Obama was the only crazy man that came in power and said, I'm going to legalize gayism, basically in the army, because there was too much nastiness they claim was happening in the army. So he said that he give everybody rights. Okay, we realize that the gay community came out and have more rights than even the black community. We're still out here fighting 400 years. Okay, give him that. Yeah. Okay, fine. But a lot of nonsense came out of this man's mouth. So the question I want to ask, why is it when Kanye West come out here and start to rant and start to say all of these kind of things, What people been saying all these years, they say he's a wacko, jacko, crazy man. But why when this man talk out of his ass, talk out of his mouth, he's a hero? Make that make sense for me. So you have people in this world really and truly in 2025 are privileged than some. You really still have in 2025 that other race can come out here and say a barrage of things and they don't lock him up, they don't disown him, they don't do anything to him, but hold him up to the pinnacle. He's a hero when somebody kill him. Really and truly? What is this world coming to? What is this world coming to? But anyways, because of him, yes, because of him, Jimmy Kimmel is no longer on air. Say who now? Jimmy Kimmel is no longer on air. Jimmy Kimmel had been removed. Watch, hold on. Has been removed off air because of the speech that he said about this guy. So what did they do to Jimmy Kimmel? They pause him. They get rid of him. They say, sayonara, bye, we're taking you off air. So they remove him off air because of one little thing he said about this guy. Okay? Let's unpack quick and fast. All right? 1 second, guys. 1 second. No, no, I know you guys couldn't hear anything. I'm the one who mute you guys. I mute you guys. Sorry about that. Reason why I mute you, because sometimes there's commercial and there's certain things I don't want to pull out of it when he says like the ABC and the Fox News and all of that. So I kind of mute it, but I'm going to make you hear. Don't worry about it. Okay. Sorry about that.
Sinclair would be announcing that they would stop.
Let me give you the real part.
But first tonight, we do have major breaking news to bring you. ABC is pulling Jimmy Kimmel off the air indefinitely over his controversial comments about Charlie Kirk's assassination. ABC's decision came after Nexstar and soon to be announced Sinclair would be announcing that they would stop airing Kimmel's program. That's a big chunk of Kimmel's stations around the country. Earlier today, the FCC chairman, Brendan Carr, who will join us in a moment, threatened action against Disney and ABC over this comment that Kimmel made on Monday, labeling the alleged Charlie Kirk assassin as a MAGA. Take a look.
We had some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it.
Not funny and fake news. Sadly, this.
So is that something to pull that man whole show off the air? How many things Jimmy Kimmel came out and said? How many things this man come out and said about his mouth, where he put his foot in his mouth, his foot in his ass, and they never pull him off the air? So you see what I'm telling you? So we're living in a darker world right now. We gotta be woke, you know. We gotta open up our eyes, you know. It's gonna be a dangerous time out here, you know, if this man could come out here and preach all of that. And when you say anything about him, you're gonna be pulled off the ear. Look how long Jimmy Kimmel been out here doing all kind of ish and ash. And they took him off the ear. You see where we're going with this? So you have different ethnic background can come out and spew all kind of hate. But if somebody else spewed, you hear they're terrorists. If somebody else in a different ethnic background spew that, you hear so they're mentally ill. You follow me where I'm getting with this? But that man could come and go to different campus to spew his nonsense, his rhetoric. and children who supposed to, not like young children, but and people who are going nowadays days to college and university, who gonna have businesses, who gonna have be in a place of workplace, a place of worship. Everywhere you're gonna find these children in university, and you're putting all of these things in their brain for them not to have their own brain, for them not to think out of the box, for them not to have an open mind. When you have people like these going to campus, we're going to have a dangerous world, because he's putting his own belief on people instead of these students in university have their own reasoning ability to know what's right from what is wrong, what is politics, what is political, what is facts. Tell me if I'm wrong. So if they can pull Kimmel show and threaten Disney, big bad Disney, then what else are they going to do out here when it comes to this man and everybody else that believe in that man? You don't see we're living in a dangerous world? You don't see that we're living in a dangerous world, that free speech is only for some people and not for others? I won't be surprised if my channel, you don't see my channel tomorrow morning when I'm talking about this. I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised. Okay, guys? So we're living in a dangerous world like right now. Like right now. Okay? This minute.
Not the only vile comment about the Charlie Kirk assassination. On Monday night, Kimmel made this disgusting remark about President Trump's grief over the assassination. Take a look.
This is not how an adult grieves the murder of someone he called a friend. This is how a 4-year-old mourns a goldfish, okay?
Now, remember, I have been calling out Jimmy Kimmel's reprehensible comments and dialogue for years now, you know, like this one that he made mocking the First Lady, who speaks 6 languages, Melania Trump, in 2018. You might recall. Take a look.
I want to really thank the First Lady, Melania, who has done an incredible job. She worked so hard on this event, and so I want to thank you.
Yeah. It's not a chance she did one thing to help set that up. No. She didn't die egg. She didn't feel bad. The only thing she's been working on is an escape tunnel. No White House Easter celebration would be complete without story time from our First Lady.
Never stop exploring, because life...
Because remember, she did copy somebody's speech, so we know she has nothing up her sleeve. Yo, what we say, allegedly they said she's dumber than a bucket of rocks, although she looks pretty and nice. To be honest, I went somewhere the other day and I saw her bag and I'm like, let me see that nice bag and purse. When I said the name, I said, put it back, please. Here, the lady. Her jacket is over there. Nobody's buying it. Seriously. Ain't nobody care about Melanie. She's an immigrant in America, but yet so when Trump is ready, he swipe up all the immigrants and say, go home. Make that make sense for me. So because of Trump, Jimmy Kimmel allegedly is no longer on air. So who missed some Jimmy Kimmel? Who understand Jimmy Kimmel? Who out here watching Jimmy Kimmel more time when he come out and crack his bag of rocks jokes? Seriously. So these are the things that I'm talking about. So we're living in a dark time where some people can have a free speech and some people cannot. When some people talk, they're mentally ill. When some people talk, it's hate crime. But when some people talk, yeah, left wing, right wing, conservative, yeah. Really? We're living in a dangerous time. A sad time and a dangerous time. So I just had to really literally kiss my teeth and pass and said, oh no, oh my. Okay, guys? Right there and right now. Okay?
Boring. Be clever and curious.
You're there.
Just like a cat. Ask lots of questions about this and that.
You're there.
About these and that.
The most recent vile remarks about Charlie Kirk's assassination, it should come as no surprise given his length.
Anyways, or anywho, so because that man said all of those things, he faltered. Imagine you're Jimmy Kimmel and you've been out here for the longest time. Out here cracking your bag of jokes. Say any crap you want to say out of your mouth. And the one mistake you made and said something about Charlie Kirk. Bop, clunk, clunk, bye, see ya. So a long time Donald Trump been out here censoring a lot of talk hosts, a lot of talk shows, and all of these kind of people that he censored for day one. The man is big and powerful. Not only that, drop tariff here and there and there. And if you know the history of tariff, those things don't come down unless there's a war. He's not warring with China, is he? He's not warring with Canada, is he? If you look up tariff, and I could show you, if you know the history of these countries, you know that tariff don't come on unless there's a World War 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So if he did a tariff with Ukraine and them, I could understand because there's a war. But he's not warring with them. So if you look up tariff history, it's when there's an imminent war going on between America and a different country, you have to deal with tariff. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm talking shit. So this man been doing a lot of stuff and get away with it. He's the only president that I see who had charges and still end up in the White House. Okay? He's a president that come out and shout all kind of rhetoric out of his mouth. When Obama wanted to be president, he said, where's your birth paper? All of these rhetoric. That man end up in tax invasion, tax this, tax that. But Wesley Snipes get locked up many different times, and so many other people get locked up for tax invasion. The president is still out here running. Here I am, no Epstein file, here I am. Can one person be so privileged? Huh? So when you're privileged, when you're invisible to the law and privilege, it's something else. Do I want to be privileged? Nah. Do I want to be above the law? Nope. So these are the things that I'm talking about. So we're living in a dangerous time. A dangerous time. And if some people can be censored and some people not being censored, then we're living in a really dangerous time. Okay, guys? So I had to come and shout out all of that to you guys today and said, oh my, kiss my teeth and pass. Anyways, moving on. Moving on, guys, moving on. All right, give me a second. 1 second. I'm going to mute you guys for a second. Yes, very dangerous. For real. Very dangerous. Okay? Very dangerous. So what did I say? They pull him off the ear, guys. Like, come off the ear, you loser. You're not going to stay on this ear. Goodbye. So one more thing. Let me show you guys that what CNN have covered the same story. They pull him off the ear. 1 second. Remember, I mute you guys.
And the ABC network are taking Jimmy Kimmel Live off the air indefinitely. This follows a controversy over comments the late-night comedian made Monday night about Charlie Kirk's suspected killer and the MAGA movement and their reaction to the assassination. Let's get straight to CNN's chief media affairs correspondent, Brian Stelter. Brian, what is going on?
That's right. This is fast developing this afternoon, Jake, amid pressure from the Trump-aligned FCC. And in the past few minutes, ABC confirmed to CNN the Kimmel show will be off the air, quote, indefinitely. We have not yet heard from Kimmel or his representatives. That's how quickly this has been developing. But let's back up and look at what Kimmel actually said on the program that has caused controversy. This is from Monday.
I don't even want to even hear what he said. That little thing that he said is something big to take him off the ear. So this man worked for so long to be a comedian and all of these nonsense. And here we go now. And now he's off the ear. Who else they're going to censor? Who else ever dare to come and talk about Charlie Kirk in any bad way? Who else they're going to get rid of? Maybe sooner or later when you come out here and talk about some of these left-wing and these conservative, maybe sooner or later you're going to go to prison. So he lied on purpose and got fired for it. Well, see there? You understand? Cry me a river. Right there, sweetheart. You see what I say? So he lied on purpose and got fired for it. Remember, this man is a comedian. He's allowed to make jokes. He's allowed to tell lies. He's allowed to do whatever he does because the man claims that he's a comic and he does all of these nonsense. So what are you going to let him go for? For what? You know why? Because ABC, they threatened Disney for a big lawsuit. So you know when you threaten Disney to pull their license and pull everything, you know they're going to get rid of you because Disney don't want to be out here left in the dark. So that's why they're going to get rid of him. Out of losing your whole corporation and your whole business, which one you rather? Remember, you're dealing with Donald Trump. He covers everything and control a lot of stuff. So when the president talk, you better back up. So this is what's happening right now. It's troubling and disturbing, but what can I say? It's not a joke. He's doing what his overseers are telling him to do. Exactly. You got it right there. You said it all. You said it all. I don't even have to finish up this conversation. You said it all. Okay? So when you really think about it, that man that fired him, hired by Donald Trump. That man that got him fired was hired by Donald Trump. Many other people are going to go down because of the Donald Trump situation. What can we say? All right. Some people have strong arm, iron arm to rule. Some people have less things and less arm to rule, I guess, to be honest. Anyways, guys, wrapping up this live, almost 7 o'clock my time. Okay, guys, not staying with you guys long. It's just because I haven't been on the channel for a while. So when I have a content and two, you guys will see me. If I don't have a content that is important, then you won't see me. You'll see a little bit of shorts. Now and then maybe a video, 1 and 2 time mix up. Other than that, kiss me teeth and pass, going about my daily life. Remember, I have a life other than YouTube. So more time I'm busy when you guys don't see me. But when I have a little bit of time, I said, guys, I am here. You understand? Anyways, so let's move on quick and fast. So Cardi B won her case the other day. I came and spoke about it, did a content about it, and she won her case the other day. Let's see if I could find it. If I can't find it, then I will kiss my teeth and pass. So remember, Cardi B, Imani Ellis speak out after the rapper win. Remember, she won the other day in regards of the security guard. Security guard claimed that Cardi B spat on her and did all kind of things that she did. Let's get to it quick and fast since I spoke about it, and I'm just giving you guys an update if you guys didn't remember about it. Commercial, give me a second.
At this hour with the help of our Fox 11 LA team. You can see right there on your screen a story that we have been following very, very closely over the past several days as the jury in Los Angeles County is siding with Cardi B in a $24 million lawsuit over an alleged assault. A former security guard took the rapper to court over an alleged attack that took place outside of a doctor's office in Beverly Hills. That was back in 2018. Now, the jury did deliberate today and decided that Cardi B should not be held liable for battery and assault. Over the course of the trial, Amali Ellis, the former security guard, accused the rapper of scratching her face with her fingernails, then firing her. Cardi B has denied all of those claims. Now, again, this is all developing at this point as we've learned that the jury there in LA County is siding with Cardi B in that $24 million lawsuit over an alleged assault. Now, we are told that she did speak to reporters.
So if you didn't know, you know. If you didn't know, now you know. Okay, guys? So if you didn't know, now you know. All right, people? So that's what I had to come and share. Like I said, if I do a content on something and there's an update, I will come drop the update. It don't make no sense. I give you guys the introduction and the body and no conclusion. Like, we got to wrap it up. Like, wrap it up. Yeah, we got to wrap it up when we come over here. Because like I said, this channel, you come over here, you get your receipts. You come over here, you get facts. You come over here, you get your content. You come over here, you get real life issues. Yeah. Okay, don't play with it. You see, when I come up here and come on my channel, I got some good things to tell ya. Seriously. Anyways, guys, moving on, wrapping up this live. 2 minutes to 7. I gotta run and unpack my day. So you guys have to do the same. Productive day, ambitious day, things for today, not a worthless day. Big up your nice clean self on this Thursday. Now we want to move on and talk about Vanessa Bling. Vanessa Bling, 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 bling. Vanessa Bling. So Vanessa Bling comes to my country a lot of times, and I don't look and I don't fart. And I said, I am not really into this and I'm not really into that. Many other people come here and I'm like, yeah, kiss me teeth, not going. When you're not my type, you're just not my type. But big up Vanessa Bling. She's not only out here singing about vagina. She's not only out here singing about body and man and suck. The girl said she got a partner deal with Belair. Say who? Mega deal with Belair. Mega deal with Belair. They drink Belair. Let me hold it down and hold it down. Belair. So Vanessa Bling from the dancehall world signs a mega partnership deal with Belair, North America. Ooh ah, wah wah wee, wah wah wah. So the girl reggae music is doing some things. Wow. Round of applause for Vanessa Bling because it's a good look. You hear that? Lots of women nowadays days, you see them in the cat suit, them sing about them mouth, them sing about them body, them sing about them breasts, how much man them take, how much money you fi take, who fi boobs, who fi mine, who fi name out, who fi the whole nine. But the girl settled and came here with a deal. So we got to big her up. Because when it comes to more time, these kind of music, the woman them sing the same nasty raunchy stuff. Pum pum F, so all kind of nastiness. And they don't reach nowhere. Okay? But Vanessa Bling more time is always up here doing her thing. She faltered in the past and all of those kind of things. But when girl can stick her a brand like this, she be like, ouch, yeah, girl, yeah, wah, wee, wah, wee, wah. Right yourself, Vanessa Bling. So the question becomes, is that a good thing? Vice Cartel have the fever. And then she has the bellier situation. Now, we heard about the partnership when it comes to Kanye West and the UK company. And after that, Kanye West end up down the hill, down the drain, down the corner, around the bend. You think it's a good look to have partnership with these kind of people where they claim don't have no respect for the black community, who claims they don't respect nobody? Do you think it's a good deal? Or you should just leave her and say, good day, girl. Well, I'm going to leave her and say, good day, girl. Right on. Yeah. Okay? Because we're not going to knock her. A deal is a deal. You understand? Like what's so hard in the reggae world and all of that. Okay, guys? I think I sum up all of that. I think I don't want to talk about anything else. I got some more stuff to chat about, but I'm going to leave it for another day. Should I? Yeah, man. 55 minutes of my time. Why not? No, guys. Let's drop this in the content here. So we get to understand that Elephant Man owes some kind of money. Let me see if we can find it. I get to understand that Elephant Man owes some kind of money. I dropped it on my live yesterday. I dropped it on a live yesterday. Let's put it in this content quick and fast. So we get to understand that Elephant Man. Hold on. Right here. The person even end up in my comment section. Yo. Yeah, I dropped this content yesterday and the person end up in a comment section and said, I'm not telling no lie. Thank you for highlighting. Big up yourself. If you're coming out here for your money, then it's your money. I can't knock you. But Elephant Man, on the plane, on the river, signal the plane, on the plane, on the river, almost in courthouse. Because the man say he gave you dub plate money and no dub. No dub, no dub. When the man dub plate money, not me said it, this man. So let's unpack it quick.
This was a man of our bad mind on me, and an Elephant Man that I may take him song. And say me I go and tell people about it and promote it and thing and do a video clips and everything. 11th of June, we call Elephant Man. Elephant Man send you a Ochi. I say, hey, Mr. Which part of Ochi?
People, I'm just wrapping up this live because we're there dancehall. So I'm just dropping this in and collide it into, although you guys may be watching on my live already. So I'm just putting it in to just wrap up the live in 1 hour because I don't want to talk about anything else. So I'm just drop this in to finish up the live to give you guys a 1 hour. Hope you don't mind. Thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure as always. Okay, guys. Happy Thursday.
Yeah, mommy be seeing. Say my shoot video. I say, all right. Me have a little bridge in the same time. I call him and I say, Elephant down here, you know. You want 2 dub from him? And the bridge say, yeah, man, you take 2 dub from Elephant Man. You trade Elephant Man and thing.
You're there.
See? So I call Ellie and tell him a price. So Ellie tell me a price, and I tell him a price so him and he decide to take it. 2.
No shade. You know what I noticed about Elephant? Back up.
Elephant Man.
Hold on, people. I'm firing out my voice.
I can show you guys that.
I'm firing out my voice. Sorry.
Had a couple of days or so. Nah, answer me, text him, nah, answer me, call him, text him, nah, answer. The man I pressure me for him things, feel double the money, and me I call Elephant, nah, answer. And just not take no calling, not take no text. Me see my online enough time. Me beg somebody a foreign call him when you don't know the number.
You're there.
Answer the number.
Get set up.
When the people and tell him what to call me, tell the people if you tell Mike if you leave me alone, me they are foreign.
Cha-cha.
Blood clot, Elephant Man, you're facing a pussy hole. Leave you alone. You tell people you have feed that. You take the man them money from
yeah.
And know you got foreign and don't do the man thing and me a call you and answer and I tell the people if you tell me if you leave you alone. Eh? I'm from just like a boy up and me I hold it to him, I call a couple people and thing and them say, go on wait, me go on wait. Me a call, me still a text and I come on when they are Jamaica. What do you know, me see somebody put out a thing with him, link me from a foreign and say, Elephant at the other studio, I must do him have dub plate session. Me text him and say, Ellie, I come here go to your studio, come and say you have a dub plate session. Do it double and send them for me now. The man who pick up his phone and call me, oh, Michael, say I'm like a waste man and I call me when the people call me. I said blood clot about waste man elephant, man. I look like waste man to me there yard, me I beg
Murder.
and I said when he come to Jamaica and give him back the money. And he make up his phone, me just send him some message. See? Now me I call him, I have to save him forward. Him black himself, because he can't black me. You can't black your dog, them who you feed.
My God.
Black people who you feed and black people who you beg. I never beg you nothing yet.
Hot soup, hot soup,
hot soup. Me don't know what you do for me. Tell me, remind me, because remember when Peter Measure do something for me in 1987.
Yeah, sorry, people gotta laugh sometimes.
Remember people do things to me 88, 89, coming down in the 90s. So I me just link up with you 2020. So me can't remember what you do for me. Remember one day I stood on me and do a song and one line there we couldn't catch good and you put in the line. The song never really.
Here no poor and no bossy. Yeah. Elephant man, come to the front. Please and thanks. The man said, go with the people, them dub plate money. And you out here, so you're rich. Big mansion, chain, toupee, and the whole nine. Where's the dub plate money? Alleged. Mikey Lazzy says.
For that. So alright, guys, you do something for me then. So because you do something for me then, if you take people money from me and not deliver them goods and people want their money and me not problem for people their money. Because you do something for me. You used to feed me then. So because you used to feed me, if you take people money from me and not deliver them goods.
And the man just being sarcastic, he never feed him.
No man.
The man is just being sarcastic. Elephant man never feed him his people. It's just me talking in the video that I did. Okay, sorry. Anyways,
Elephant man maybe have
back up. Sorry, guys.
The more the man them richer, the more they want more. You just still every day say you have 13 houses and you're rich. Send back the man the money because I doubt that you have one house.
You're there.
Mortgage and take the money from send nothing. No, not do to people because enough there's some things rich in their life.
So the man will take out his mortgage money to go send money for dub and now he can't get it back. That was a bad idea still. Take out your mortgage money to go and get dub. Oh no. And you never get the dub? Jaja. So you say you don't think the man have one house. Sir, if the man has paid mortgage, then he have a house. Attempting to have one house until him pay for. I'm sorry, Hey, anyway, it's not my mistake. Let's continue.
To people and the universe beat to the pussy hole. So elephant me tell us send back the people their money. And that's why Mr. Kochi and Admiral Bill have a thing, but I don't think me never said no. Rather jump up say Kochi shouldn't go back. But people until you're in a person's shoes, they never understand. Because I never know me have a come out and come do this. Because elephant take the people their money from me and turn around and this me talk about waste man and not do the man them things. You out order. You out order, send back the people their money come give me. Saying you don't have to know send back the people their money. Because I say you give back the money. So send back the money because you're rich. Remember, no disrespect. We never keep people the money, brother.
Oh, Jesus. I tell you, money is our root of evil. And they say if you're not willing to lose, don't put it out there now these days and give people your money. The more people rich, the more money people have, the more they want. What do you guys think, people? There's two sides to the story. And I'm assuming that Elephant Man have a different side and all of those sides, okay? So there's not even two sides, three sides to the story, even sometimes four sides. Because you have this man's side, Elephant Man's side, the public side. And then even when you have the public side, you have your opinion where you're fighting in your brain and a rent-free in your brain. I want if him take it. I want if him pay it. I want if him give the dove. And the list go on. Even when you heard Elephant Man's side, the man's side, and the public side, you're still wrestling with yourself. Him thief, him not thief, him thief, him not. And the list go on. So many sides to the story. Hopefully we'll hear Elephant side soon and soon and soon. Kiss my teeth literally and pass. Next. Okay, guys. So it's Thursday, Thursday, one more day before payday. Yeah, who out there utilize them body and them mind and soul, and who out there work for their own and I live great life and I enjoy them life and I work honestly without being a scummer out here and a thief people honest bread. So big up your nice clean self. If you're on your way to work, okay, and you're gonna do the do today, Thursday, and big up your nice clean self. So let me drop this one with you all. Happy Thursday. May your day be filled with joy and positivity, and may your smile brighten the world. Big up your nice clean self. Thanks for stopping around. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell. When I come around, sometimes I come early, sometimes I come late, sometimes I come when I can. Big up on a nice clean self on this Thursday. And for the loyal subscribers, I got you. Hello. And for the new subscribers, welcome. And for those who don't subscribe, what you waiting on? One at a time, no rush. Thank you guys for stopping by. Peace and love, Naman. Bye.